Hi, and welcome back to the late night
GAG.
gag. The phone just rung. The results are in. Who are the new rulers of Evansville? Let's find out. What does that handy HCC have to give us?
Well, start off for the males. The winner was Sergio Santi.
Sergio has been faithful to Ebonyville.
He has.
It's about time they crown Mr. Sergio.
Well, we can't actually say
Congrats
that
to
they crowned
Sergio.
him. He did his part to be crowned.
Okay, they crowned him still.
He did his part to be crowned.
He battled 6 other men, correct?
It was a total of 7.
All right.
For the females, Sasha Sanchez won.
All
right,
right,
Sasha.
Tuna.
I love Stasha. She's one of my favorites. I love Stasha.
For the plus, Malaysia Black won.
All right.
The tall, tantalizing Miss Malaysia Black is that.
Okay.
Also, a representative of New Orleans, Louisiana, got first runner-up, which is no other than
Amira
Camry, my backstager. I'm so excited for her. She
Hold
really
up.
is good.
They said her backstage, bitch.
Beep, beep. She is my backstager. She backstaged me for the
But
match.
you could acknowledge her more than just my backstager.
She is the best backstager in the world. She is a good competitor. She is someone who knows drag in and out. And personally to me, she is my backstager. So I love her. What more do you want, girl? That's all I know.
This lady is driving us insane. This whole has been over here just beep, calculated all night.
They hate me because I'm beautiful. But I don't like them either. I'm a cheerleader. Now.
U-G-L-Y.
You ugly. You ugly. Yeah, you ugly.
E-A-P-P-Y-B-to-B, that comes fries is nappy. Yeah, it's nappy.
Okay, that's
Congrats to the Ebony Elegant System.
Congrats. That is not Ebony Elegant. That is Ebony International.
Ebony International System.
Wow.
Girl,
No.
Wait.
Why this lady here is a female competitor and didn't know the qualifications of
The
plus.
plus size queen.
She asked us.
She did. She thought it only went by weight. And because Malaysia Black is a tall, beautiful lady.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand that you can be tall and weigh over 200 pounds and be slim. Because you're tall. You know? She's about to argue. I don't even know nothing about that. I'm a newcomer. Bitch, that could be a question for you in a pageant.
Hey, you already know.
Well, you know what? If there's ever a question, I have you all to thank for my answers.
We educate you.
We're moving on.
We educate you.
And you think
But
it
no,
was a drag
honestly,
school. What drag school you went to?
I'm a newcomer. I'm in newcomer drag school, and we haven't learned that shit because
That was the first thing we learned about pageant when they got the pageant, the top. There was matter of fact, it was the chapter 4 in the RuPaul Book of Drag. Chapter 4 is that pageantry details.
Well, honestly, I'm sorry when I think of plus because you do have to. I know that you have to still even though you can be tall, but you still do have to be over a certain weight. So I just naturally my own, and it was a bad perception. My natural perception of that is that you do have to be voluptuous. And
I think all the girls guys look like.
Well, actually, it can go off your height because if you realize you have competitors of your own native city for where you just moved from that are tall and they do plus.
Right, and when I found out that Raven St. James was actually a former Miss US of A plus, and I see her now, I said, well, she's not a plus size girl. And someone said, well, yes, Raven is tall, but she also has lost a few pounds since she's won the pageant. So I still had that perception in my head that she was a little bit bigger than what she was.
Get rid of it.
And
And then they got some gowns for sale, but I ain't got no coins. Lord have mercy. So, you guys, there are some things coming up, like fastly approaching. As we just found out, AKA has been pushed back up to April the 22nd, honoring Javion Black and Maya Love Dupree from New Orleans, Louisiana.
So the official date is April 22nd.
April 22nd.
Okay.
That's going to be a great event. And for the first year, it'll be held here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Wow.
Club Candies.
At Club Candies.
It's only 3 categories. Presentation is white, talent,
and
formal wear,
evening
evening gown.
wear. Entry fee, I think it's $125.
125.
Talent. Pageant begins 10 promptly that night. I think registrations for, I want to say 1.
To be announced.
I want to say 1, but it will be announced. We will bring that back up later on in the show. A few more shows next week, 2 weeks, Who knows?
I'm glad. It's good that we're having more pageants in this.
Yeah, so a lot of Baton Rouge is really growing with the pageantry systems. I want to say. I hope they just be consistent and not just say, "Oh, I'm throwing a pageant this month, but next year we won't have the pageant." Like I've been Miss Value Classic for I'm the current reigning still, and I've reigned for a whole year. I'm ready to crown someone. I hope we get to do that this year. If I want to take that into my own hands and have the partnership with Mr. Titan to make Miss Value Classic Baton Rouge up and running again.
Well, congratulations
and hopefully we can start a Mr. part of that pageantry system and join with the Mr. and Miss Value Classic in New Orleans and make it one big family. And they have Plus already, and make it a one big fun. We'll be Mr. and Miss Value Classic newcomer here in Baton Rouge. So I'm gonna get with Fayaz and talk about that in a few months, and hopefully that'll work out.
Well, while we're talking about pageants, I want to briefly just discuss with you all. Great things have been going on. But what are some things that go on in pageantry that you just really don't like?
Well, before we address that, I want to go back into the subject where we was talking about Baton Rouge growing.
Oh.
I feel though Baton Rouge, we are coming in with different pageantry systems into the city, but I do feel like we need to have more events. Far as club events. Like, why don't Baton Rouge have like a gay awards for best newcomer male, best newcomer entertainer, different categories? We put it together and have like a big award show, something like a red carpet affair.
I have a complaint about Baton Rouge because maybe I come from another city. It's like I feel like there's not enough variety in going out. Like for example, there's a big difference, and this is well tight between a Big Yo and a 2020. And out here in Baton Rouge, I don't feel like we have that difference. I just feel like it's just pretty much the same.
Well, compared to Houston and Baton Rouge, you really can't compare it, since I know Houston has a later time because y'all allowed to stay out later in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
In Baton Rouge, we have a time limit to 2 o'clock in the morning. The club has to be closed. You can't have. They really want to linger around the parking lot after 2, even though we do it anyway. Just being mindful of the facilities that we're in. And at Baton Rouge, like you said, it wasn't small, but Baton Rouge is a really small city when it comes to the gay population and gay community. Why?
The reason why I said it was not small was because honestly, after exhibiting the down low boys and the boys that quote unquote mess around and aren't so open about it, it's really not as small. But as far as the open guys,
it's small.
No, it's not. It's
small.
a lot of boys in this. It's a lot of boys in this city that you do not know.
But that's out in the gay community. It's small.
Yeah, open, yes.
With entertainment
open,
and pageantry wise, it's small.
It's small, yes.
Because we have Club Splash, we have Club Cajun Cove, Club Candies, all these. We do have a few gay clubs here, but they're so. Well, what's the word? I want to use a word that's not appropriate for television.
The same thing.
But they're fake. They're judgmental towards you. You have to meet a certain standard to perform at their club.
It's exclusive.
Yeah. For what reason? Like, I'm gonna put it out there in the air because I'm not afraid of anybody. Like at Club Splash, they took me and a friend off the showcast because they thought we danced too much, or they thought that we were mocking someone else, or they thought that we couldn't promote their club as some other girls do. But when the girls they have now don't do no promoting for their club, they don't get no people there, they're just too judgmental. Like, why is that?
Well, I mean, this is Louisiana, and a lot of things are still very quote unquote traditional. So I don't want to call anybody a racist or anything like that, but that is
that's at Splash on Highland Road on Thursdays. Don't go there. Don't waste your coin. I refuse to go there anymore after Miss Quentin took me off the showcast there. And you could meet me on the block, honey. I'm not afraid.
Okay. Well, anyway, so
back to pageantry systems. Titan, I know that you have a few crowns under your belt. You have grown into a great entertainer on stage and off stage.
Still growing.
keyword I said you have grown into,
and I'm still
and
growing.
you're still sprouting up. I still a few branches that are broken off that have been broken, but are still ready to be reconnected. I know that you are preparing for something big in your future. I'm not going to put out what that is you're preparing for. What some of us already know. But what are some steps that you take to prepare for your dreams? I know some people prepare differently, but what are some things that you? How do you prepare yourself? Because some of us can go just grab a stuff out of the car and say, I'm going to the pageant, and know it's not prepared or right for the pageantry system that we're going to compete for.
First off, I start off with a mental focus. I have to make sure that I'm mentally going to be committed to prepare for whatever I'm going for. Mentally is what I do first. I first sit down and say, am I mentally going to be able to pull this off? Am I mentally going to be able to do this? Is it something that I want to do mentally? So I think about mentally. Then after my mental goals, I complete my mental thoughts. I go into my finances.
All
I make
right,
sure that
the coin.
I make sure I'm financially able to prepare plus maintain my household.
Okay.
So that's what I actually do.
Okay, that's
Then
great.
I get together, I sit down, start feel out how I'm gonna feel this shit, what looks I'm gonna go for, where I'm gonna take this, what I'm gonna want to do. Let me do something that anybody else done. Be my own person, express my inner thoughts to with through my clothes to the audience and judges, capture their attention.
How do you do all that preparation? I know you are a busy young man. I know you work 18 hours, 19 hours a day. How do you just stay focused, preparing, and working so much? How do you do that? How can you keep all that in at one time? I know it has to be hard.
For me personally, it's not hard at all.
It's not hard at all.
No,
Okay, because you know how to manage that
because
stuff.
I manage my time wisely.
I think it's hard for you
Why do you think it's hard for him?
because I'm his friend. And I mean, Titan. Let me just explain something to everybody. Titan is definitely the one that keeps he and I afloat. He definitely, does his part with that. But as a friend, and I've told this to him personally, it takes just a lot out of him. And he does. He's very passionate about what he does, and he's very strong minded, about what he does, and he takes his art form very, very seriously, and I respect that about him. But personally, it takes a lot from him, and it takes a lot out of his personal life outside of pageantry.
Actually, to be honest, it actually doesn't, simply because I manage time with everything that I do. I actually sit down and manage my time. When I'm actually at work, I can actually sit at work and do what I need to do and
Oh
prepare.
no, I'm not saying that it affects
So
your
I
job.
mean, I use no. I'm just saying generally, I do most of my preparing at work.
I'm not saying like
And
it
was at
affects your
home.
job performances and all that. I'm just saying personally to me, this is just my opinion. I just feel like personally, you are always busy and you
Are
don't
you
really
getting
have.
emotional?
I mean, I'm not getting emotional. I feel like he is always busy and he does not have time to focus on other things besides his job and besides pageantry. And that's just my personal opinion as a friend looking from the outside in. I have a distinct way of preparing for a pageant that a lot of people may not agree with, but it works for me. So that's the way that I'm going to do. His way works for him, you know. So if that's what he continues to do, then I'm all for him. I'm going to still be his friend and support him at the end of the day, whether he's foolish, whether he's
I
right.
think it's deeper than that. And she's trying to hold it in. But I'm going to tell you what it is. This young lady right here is intimidated about this young man.
Intimidated.
That's the true tea. Because this
Intimidated.
young man be wearing this lady out. Ooh!
Intimidated.
Sapphire.
Intimidated.
I'm playing, you guys.
I'm not
But we are having a
intimidated
great
by
time
him.
here at the late night gag. We're going to take a quick break, and we shall be right